Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video, and of course the start of the second week of match previews for the Telstra NRL Finals series for 2024. Of course, it's semi-final weekend for the NRL boys after an action-packed first week of the finals. We get to the first semi-final, which is on tonight between the Cronulla Sharks and the North Queensland Cowboys, which will be played at Allianz Stadium, aka the new SFS. So of course, going into it for the season, of course, it's 1-1. In the meetings between the two sides in 2024 during the home and away season. Two contrasting in forms here. The Sharks got absolutely hammered by the Melbourne Storm, by the minor premiers, the Melbourne Storm in the qualifying final down in Melbourne, down at Amy Park. And then on the other side of the coin, you got the Cowboys. They ended Newcastle Knights season elimination final at home. So and there's the possibility that they would have to travel to Sydney if they want to miraculously win the premiership. The Cowboys, they would have to travel to Sydney 3 times. One of them being this weekend, and also going over to face the Panthers and then back to Sydney for the grand final again. So that's now 4 wins in a row now for the that win obviously against the Knights was now their 4th win in a row, and then obviously of course, as I said, and there was also a lot of also a lot of injuries as well for the Sharks in that game down in Amy Park, which is obviously their 8th consecutive finals loss, which dated back to 2018. So that is really big there. In terms of team news, only for now the one in and out really, that is that Jesse Remen will return from an ankle injury. After being a late withdrawal in the loss to the Storm, he will line up in the centres, and Silifa Talakai is being shifted to the bench with Daniel Atkinson now named as the 18th man. And it's pretty much the same lineup really for North Queensland from the one last week against the Knights. With Jackson Purdue being the 18th man. So let's get to the lineups here for get to the team list here. And from the back start with the Sharks first, and in the backs and full back you got William Kennedy, and then you have Sion Katoa and Ronaldo Mulatalo as the wingers with Kyle Arrow and Jesse Raman in the centres, Braden Trindle at 5'8", and Nico Hines in the half back. In the forwards, you got Toby Rudolph and Oregon Kafusi in as props, with Blake Brayley as hooker. Britton Nikora and Teague Whiten in as second rowers, with the skipper Cam McGuinness in at lock. And then in the interchange you got Silifa Talakai. I don't know how I got that one wrong, but anyways, Jack Williams, Royce Hunt, and Thomas Hazelton. And I said Daniel Atkinson is the replacement player. For the Cowboys, Basically, I said the same lineup as the Knights, but go back and watch that video with that lineup. But if you guys have missed that, I'll explain this again. From the fullback, you got Scott Drinkwater. And then you got Carl Felt and Murray Taulagi with Vili Valia and Val Holmes in the centres. Skipper Tom Dearden in at 5'8" with Jake Clifford at half back. You got Jordan McLean and Jason Taumalulu in the props as props with Reece Robson as hooker. Healy Lukey, Jeremiah Nanai and as the second rowers, and Ruben Cotter in the lock position. And then on the interchange, you've got Sam McIntyre, Harrison Edwards, Cooley Filuaki, I think that's how you say it, and Griffin Niam, I think that's how you say that as well. With, I said, Jackson Purdue as the 18th man in that game in the side for the Cowboys. Of course, the match officials, obviously, the great Ashley Klein is the referee, and Wyatt Raymond is the poor soul that is going to be officiating in the bunker there. Finally, for stat attack, you got the Sharks. They've won 11 of their past 13 games against the Cowboys. The Cowboys have won 3 of their past 4 finals games against the Sharks. So very differing forms there. Sharks winger Ronaldo Mulatalo has scored 10 tries in his last 11 games against the Cowboys, which is ridiculous there. The Cowboys winger Carl Felt has scored 12 tries in his last 7 games. That is it. So let me do the quick maths here. That is about 1.7 tries per game. So yeah, that's a massive amount. So yeah, and I've already said it before, and I've liked to say it in my own voice. I'm going to say it again. The Sharks have lost their last 7 finals games, including, of course, the loss last week against the Storm. So yeah, so it's going to be a pretty interesting, matchup really for really interesting matchup here. Obviously, two informed wingers in Ronaldo Mulatalo and Carl Felt. So and then also battle in the playmakers area in the 5'8" and halfback region. You got Dearden and Clifford, and you got Trindle and Nico Hines in there too. So who gets on top in that? Who knows? But yeah. So and of course the winner of this match goes on to be versing the reigning, defending, undisputed 3-time NRL premiers, the Penrith Panthers, in the preliminary final. Most likely at Accor Stadium. As I said, most likely because obviously Bluebet Stadium obviously is getting demolished and getting rebuilt for crowd capacity reasons. But anyways, so that's pretty much it really for this video. So I like this video. Share this to anybody who was a Cronulla Sharks fan or a North Queensland Cowboys fan. Comment down below. I forgot to mention my predictions here. I might do predictions maybe for the preliminary final and grand final onwards, but I forgot to in the first week of the finals. But if you're watching this before the game, comment down below your predictions on this game, who wins and who's going to be the best player or whatever happens, something like that. Or if you're watching this after the game, still Still comment down below what your predictions and tell me if you got it right. It is currently raining outside, so apologies for that. But anyways, and one last thing, somewhere down there, click on the big red button which is labeled subscribe. It really does help me out quite a bit on that front, as we are nearing the end of both the AFL and the NRL seasons. We're nearing the business end of both of those as well. So until next time, guys, I'll see yous all later.